Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got a new series for you guys on Crystal Isles. This is going to be a long series for sure. So let me explain to you guys what's going to be happening here. This series is taking place on CrossArk. Quick rundown of what CrossArk is for those of you guys that don't actually know. It's a cluster of maps on official servers, so one-time servers. It's got one of every single map, and the Alpha Tribe has been here for about 2 or 3 years. I did 3 or 4 episodes in the past on CrossArk, so go back and watch those if you haven't already. Now, when I was doing that solo series, the guys on this cluster were super toxic. They had my Steam ID tracked. They would legit follow me around to each map and just talk shit whenever I was online. Kind of annoying, so this time we've got a group of 15 or so active players and we're going to attempt to wipe everyone off Crystal Isles and use it as our home base. Now, since when a new map gets released, the server is locked, no one can transfer into it. So once we've wiped everyone off here, we're going to use this as our home base, breed a bunch of dinos, get all our lines sorted. And then once we've got the line sorted, we're going to attempt to wipe every single base on CrossArk 1. So Snow Cave, Pearl Cave, all the extinction bases. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, guys. And as I said, it's going to be a pretty long series. I'm super excited for it. That's the plan, guys. I'm recording this intro after I've already been playing. And honestly, it's been so much fun. I'm really enjoying Crystal Isles so far. That's pretty much all I have to say. So let's finish up this no run and jump into the episode. So, I'm a little bit late to the party, guys. The servers released at about 1 AM or 2 AM my time, so I just went to bed and I decided to wake up early and get started. So the guys have been on for a little bit. They got a little starter base set up. They got a couple of the new wyverns. I'm just over here waiting for an invite now, and then we'll get started with the grind. I already know of a pretty OP rat hole that I'm going to go ahead and secure for the tribe, and we're going to use that as kind of like our starter base. So apparently the new wyvern breasts don't actually damage teammates. Kind of good to know. All right, so this is the little starter base that we got going on. At the moment, I'm just farming up some foundations. As I said, there's a pretty OP rat hole that we're going to go and claim for ourselves as a starter base. I found it when I was exploring Crystal Isles before it released. So I'm just going to fly over there with a bunch of foundations and put those down now. For now, the guys have just been gathering a bunch of resources in the redwoods. Once I get the foundations down and make sure the base is not taken, we'll go ahead and move the base across the map. Quite a journey, but it needs to be done. So I'll go ahead and just take out one of the new wyverns, and hopefully I don't DC because I've been DCing a lot day one. I don't know, every 5 minutes it seems like I crash. I'm sure you guys are going to see that throughout the video. So here we are now, we're approaching the base location. It's underneath the floating islands. Now it's pretty hard to find. I had to go into single player about 3 times to find the base location for myself. I kept losing it, but this is the entrance right here. You fly on in and then you got this massive rat hole. It's really OP. Probably the best rat hole I found that isn't actually in the mesh. Probably going to be one of the more highly contested rat holes. And as you guys will see later, there's so much space in here. I tested it out in single player. You can fit a replicator, you can fit indie forges, you can fit 2 floors like for breeding dinos and stuff. Really strong base location. There we go, we got our foundations down and we got our beds down in the new rat hole. Now it does have this little hole at the back here where people can throw in cryo dinos and tech rifle, but you could just put turrets on the other side or block it off with vaults. There's multiple options. For now though, this is going to do us nicely. So we're going to go ahead and move our whole base here, and then we can start using the rat hole as like our main starter base. Going to be real hard for the alphas to find us here. And yeah, we should get a nice, decent hidden start. All right, so now that we've got the rat hole sorted, we're going to go ahead and tame one of the new wyverns just for content. A few of the other guys have already done it, but I want to do one myself just for the video. Although, as I said, I have disconnected every 5 minutes for the past hour, which is really annoying, and it's probably going to continue happening in this clip. So to tame these new wyverns, guys, what you want to do is you want to lure yourself a wild wyvern into a trap. We're building the trap here now. Active's building it, so it's probably going to be pretty disappointing. You lure the wyvern into the trap, you knock it out, and you take the crystals from its body. So that's step 1. That's what we're going to do now. We're going to build the trap, then we're going to lure the wyvern in, then we're going to knock it out. I'm probably not going to be able to do any of that because I constantly am crashing. So Active's going to do that while I kind of spectate. So we actually followed a guide for a wyvern trap, a cheap one. Shout out Captain Fat Dog. Although it doesn't actually work for the new wyverns because they're smaller, so we do have to make some improvements to the trap. All right, so the trap's built, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and tame myself a wyvern now. So here we go, I got one in the trap already. All right, as you can see there, once it's knocked out, you can go ahead and claim the crystals from its inventory. And of course I crashed while doing it, but we've got our crystals. The next step is to head out and find the wyvern we actually want to tame. Now luckily there's a whole bunch of them near the rat hole, and these wyverns are actually passive. They won't attack you unless you attack them first. So all we need to do is just jump on the back of the wyvern and just passively feed it crystals. Nice easy tame, especially on 4 times because of this event. You only need about 9 or 10 crystals for a level 150. Alright, so I found myself a level 135, guys. I'm over in the red biome, which is real close to our base. This whole map looks amazing, like it looks really fucking beautiful, I'm gonna say it. And we found ourselves a level 135 Amber Wyvern, so we're gonna go ahead and tame this one with the crystals that we got earlier. So all I need to do is just park next to the Wyvern with my Wyvern, jump on the back of this one and start feeding it, and pray to God that I don't actually crash and I can get this tame done. And I crashed, and I didn't even get to the fucking second feeding interval. God damn it, I hate this goddamn error. Now that I've fallen to my death, guys, I'm probably gonna go ahead and do something else because obviously I can't tame wyverns. So I'm gonna leave that to the people that actually aren't crashing, and we're gonna go ahead and do something else that we can actually do. I'm probably gonna go tame a dire bear so that I can get started on the poly farm. I'll show you guys where the best spot to farm poly on this map is. It's amazing. Alright, so I wasn't actually recording, guys, but I found myself a decent level dire bear. Although I did crash 5 or 6 times on the way over here. I billboarded it up MTS style, and we're gonna go ahead and knock this out and tame it. Now I thought what I would do is pick it up with the wyvern and carry it to my base to tame, but apparently these wyverns can't actually pick anything. They have the same picking chart as RG, so they can't pick dire bears, they can't pick a bunch of other stuff, so we're gonna have to go ahead and craft a cryopod later to actually move the bear to the cave. So we'll get this thing tamed up, we'll check out the stats. I have no fucking idea about bear stats. We'll get it cried up, we'll get to the honey cave, and we'll find ourselves some poly. We need a whole bunch of turrets for the base, and poly is what we're missing at the moment. Alright, there we go, the bear is down, so let's go ahead and collect the honey to tame it. We also need to do that inside of the cave. Alright, it took quite a while, guys, but we finally got the honey. We actually died inside of the cave. That place is no joke if you don't have something to kill the bees with. I attacked the beehive to get the honey, and I instantly got swarmed. But still, there we go, nice instant tame. The dire bear is up. We'll check out the stats, although as I said, don't know anything about them. So there you go, those are the stats that we got. Either way, next thing I need to do is craft myself up a cryopod and a saddle, and then we'll go ahead and start farming out the poly like I said. Alright, so here we go, found ourselves a drop. Now the drops on this map are kind of weird. They're either cave drops on the surface or they're normal drops, kind of like a mixture of the two. So we're at a normal drop at the moment, just crafting ourselves up a couple cryopods. Yeah, it's been a long journey. A lot can go wrong in the early game, especially with the constant disconnects and just bad stuff that can happen, like dying to bees over and over and over and over again. But still, there we go, cryopods are done, guys. So let's go back to the bear, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut to once we're at the cave because this is taking way too long. Alright, so right here is the cave I was talking about, guys. It's in the redwoods, it's the honey cave, or the bee cave, whatever you want to call it. And this is a great place to actually get polymer. So all you want to do is bring something with you that can kill the bees. I tried on a wyvern and I kept getting dismounted, so it didn't work at all. That's the reason I got the dire bear. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the beehive with a chainsaw. I'm going to jump on my bear and wait for all the bees to come to me. Kill them, as you can see here. And there, once they're dead, jump off, continue chainsawing down the beehive, and you just get so much poly. Like, it's just so great. So look at that, you get like 300 or 400 poly per beehive. It's actually just like a great way to farm polymer. There are mantises on the map, so I guess you could farm it like that if you wanted to. But for me, this is probably one of the easiest ways. And yeah. Alright guys, so pretty much getting ready to wrap up episode 1. I don't have that much more that I want to do today. The only thing I really want to do is tame myself up a crab. So I was flying around just kind of learning the map. I saw crabs everywhere, like they're on the floating islands, they're on the snow, they're on the beaches. Like you can pretty much find a crab wherever you go. But I found a nice one above our base spot, so what I'm going to do is try and tame a crab for the first time. Never actually done it before. Alright, so I built the trap off camera. Trust me, you guys didn't want to see that. But here's the crab that I want to tame. It's level 135. I'm just going to lure it back to the trap now. Luckily, it's pretty close. And then we'll attempt to knock this one out. From what I've heard, you have to hit it in just the right spot or you actually manage to kill it. Alright, there we go. We got it in the trap. And yeah, let's attempt to knock this guy out. Can this thing just go down?
That thing you're definitely gonna kill next shot.
Why is it not down?
He can take 2 more shots.
Alright, please don't die.
It's gonna die. Bet?
No, it's gonna knock out.
Hey,
oh, God.
Good kill, Six. How much XP did you get?
Six is not blue.
It's all about the poly. I built this trap to farm poly, actually. Yeah, so obviously, guys, that didn't work. So what I've gone and done is trapped another crab. This one is a lower level. I think it's like level 50 something. It's already in the trap. I'm not even going to attempt to knock it out myself. I'm just going to put a bed down, get a trimate to knock it out for me, and we'll get this crab tamed up. I probably won't use it today because it's kind of late and I want to sleep, but still, we'll get this thing tamed up. I'll cryo it up, take it back to base. I'll probably craft up a couple turrets, and then I'll log off for the night. So there we go. Crab's knocked out. Apparently, yeah. Apparently there is some kind of skill involved because he got that down pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and say it's because it was a lower level. You know, higher level means harder to tame, right? Either way, guys, Crab is down. Let's just going to feed it spoiled meat, and then we'll go ahead and crow it up, take it back to base, and yeah, that'll probably wrap up today's episode. I think that's pretty much going to wrap up day one, guys. So here's a bit of a base tour of what we got so far. So I'm just crafting some electronics here, just crafting up a few more turrets for the base. At the moment, we've only got like 6 or 7 light turrets. The reason for that is a lot of the players in our tribe are less than level 100. We have a couple of people that played Cross Arc here in the past, and they got tech engrams. So once they get on, they can craft up the heavy turrets. But for now, I'm just fortifying up the base with a few light turrets, just so I can log off a little bit safer. But still, the constant disconnects, I really felt like I could have got a lot more done today. But as I said, I was DCing every 5 minutes. I did end up cutting most of it out of the video because, yeah, you guys don't need to see that. But either way, guys, that's going to be the end of episode 1. I got 2 or 3 more episodes already recorded, guys. I just got to edit those up and then I'll start putting them out. For now, though, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And, yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the series.